everybody, and welcome back to the Chat and Chill podcast. My name is Firahs
Joe MK.
And today we have a very, very special guest with us today. Future Miss Uganda in the building, Jawhara. What are you saying?
Hi, Rosie, how are you?
I'm good. How do you find the journey?
Not too bad actually. I just come from work. Just like a couple of stops in the train.
Yeah, I wasn't too long.
Pardon?
Wasn't too long.
No, I think like 20 minutes.
Say no more. What are you saying, Joe?
I actually remember. Press the thing on the.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's cutting down now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I start that again?
No, it would have picked up on yours either way.
Nah, it wouldn't have picked that up. You sure?
It does, yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for all the audio listeners out there, forgot to press record on the extra mic.
Yeah, don't even press record.
But, yeah.
Luckily, it was, and I'm always the one that says to press record.
Yeah.
That's mad. But
Either way.
yeah. So you are trying to be Miss Uganda,
Yes, I am.
which means you are Ugandan.
Yes.
What made you want to go into pageantry?
Pageants. It wasn't like I wanted to go specifically into pageants. I've just been to the Miss Uganda pageant a few times.
Okay.
And
What, to support a friend?
to support friends,
Okay.
to support friends and to just have a look as well. It's a good show, so it's quite entertaining, and away from it being a beauty pageant, it's quite inspiring, like all everyone's stories and the way they answer the questions and like all the charity that they do. So I was really interested in that, and then because some of my good friends have participated in the show, so the whole experience just leading up to the show and how their character and confidence built and them creating those friendships that they've kept for life. I wouldn't have probably done it in the past if you asked me like last year and said, would you ever do Miss Uganda? I'll look at you like, okay, Miss Uganda, really? But this year I was just like sitting there and I was like, should I do the show? And then I put it on my socials and there's no one who said no. Every single person who answered it was like, do it, you'll be good at it, blah blah blah. So I was like, you know what, let me take this chance and see, like explore and do something different for us. So
Are you enjoying it? Would you say you're enjoying it as well?
Oh, it's been a good experience. And
what have you done so far?
a lot of rehearsals. We kind of like most weeks we rehearse the show and like how to walk, how to talk. It's quite intense. And then creating the friendships and then learning how to speak in front of people and properly articulate your words, because I'm quite a shy person. I'm very quiet, so learning how to be a lot louder even in my voice has really helped me in a way of like building my confidence.
Also, you would say that doing the pageantry has definitely helped with confidence and loving yourself more. And
extremely, I kind of entered the pageant with a lot more self-love. I probably wouldn't have done it last year because I was in a space where I didn't really like who I was at the point. But over the years, I've learned how to accept myself and really embrace myself. And doing the show this year, I was just like, you know what, I'm confident enough to do it. I'm not like the perfect model size kind of thing that they look at, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
No, man, I think you'll do good. I think in today's day and age, like it's not even about being skinny and model no more. Times have changed, bro. You got curvy, oversized, all the sizes.
It's very accepting.
Because there's a huge like BBW scene right now, the body positive scene, and then you got the curvy scene, and you know showing off your curves and whatnot. And then you still got the size 0. Shout out to Victoria Beckham, but you're still there. But I feel like modeling now is just based on what you can give to the business, really. And Joe, why you got beans on my table? I do not understand. But
it's an accident.
God damn it! I'm just clocking. I'm like, there's a bean on the table. Just one bean.
I saw that and I was like,
it's a good lunch, man.
That's the best you eat in my house. You know, back it again.
Not that messy. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Before I empty your fridge, like.
But no, So the current season's got very low. But having that as well. Is there any insecurities that you say you have doing pageantry, or is this kind of like this is what I want to do. I'm feeling good about myself. Or
it was a risk for me because I was approached last year with from another pageant, which is kind of closely linked to. It was in Africa. I think it was Miss Pride of Africa that I was approached by. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh, come and do my pageant. I feel like I've known you for quite a long time, and I feel like you do really good in the pageant." But at the time, as I said, I was in a low space. I had gained quite a bit of weight over a very short time. I went up 2 sizes, and I really did like my body, and I felt very insecure, just like going to parties or going out with friends. And like most of my friends are quite slim and slender, and I was like feeling very insecure, but just being around them. So last year when that all happened, I was just like, no way, I can't. Maybe I'll try when I've lost weight. But then, as I said, this year, I've learned how to be very acceptive of myself, and that's got a lot to do with, as you said, with the BBW scene being a lot more accepted and seen and shown all over social media. So, although most of the girls are quite slim and slender, I was like, this is a big risk for me. I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm not at the size that I want to be, but I'm going to do it anyway, just because I know that there's a lot of Ugandan girls that are curvy and bigger, and I just wanted to be that kind of representation for them, just in case maybe some of them were feeling low and down, and it's okay to just go out and follow your dreams or whatever. Do it.
That's a very good point, especially with the way Instagram is and likes and followers and people thinking they got to do X, Y, and Z and surgery that and it's a crazy world. Like, to be fair, being a woman is crazy because you guys are constantly looked at for your beauty in terms of from the opposite sex. Well, same sex if you're lesbian, I guess. But we're talking opposite sex at this point. So there's a lot of pressure there. So you always, a girl or a woman, they always feel like they have to look at their best 24/7. Whereas us boys, we literally just slap anything on and walk out. So I'll definitely say it's not surprising that surgery is on the rise for a woman. I don't think that's a surprise at all. Do you think that social media plays a huge role, for your pageant? Like, does it help a lot? In terms of I'm getting votes or getting yourself out there.
100%.
How does social media work for you?
Social media is one of, especially with the voting system. I think you've got to be big on social media, not just big, but like have connects. Because even with myself, I'm not so. I am on social media, and I will check Instagram regularly. I'll check Twitter regularly. But posting, that's a whole nother story. So with voting, you've got to really reach out. So just like people here won't be enough to boost your votes, you've got to like reach out to people around the world. And where I'm not so good with social media and posting, like I see all the girls posting every day, like trying to look for votes and boost their votes, and I'm like, I haven't posted today. What am I doing? Literally. And also I think it's got to do with who you know as well, because a friend of mine actually reached out to a Ugandan model who's quite big in Uganda and all over the world, and she sent her my story, and she was quite inspired, and she posted me, and that really boosted my votes, which was really good for me. But because I don't have those connects, maybe I wasn't really looking for it as much. Whereas I think other girls, it's definitely got a lot to play with social media, where they post every day, and they have or friends that will post them. So that will, as I said, you send out one message, it goes viral and goes to everyone. It's true. How fast your link or your name will travel all over the world, and anyone can vote.
Was it only the votes that jumped, or followers as well?
What do you mean?
Like when the model.
Oh no, my followers went up definitely, and also because my Instagram was private, like everyone was like, you've got to take your Instagram off of private if you want to up your votes, and that was like really hard for me, because I had kept it on private for like 3-4 years. So anyone who I hadn't accepted, it told me that it will accept everyone. So I had probably 400 certain requests, and I'm like, I can't be bothered to sit down and delete everything. So my followers went up. That's good for me, but I don't know who's watching me now. So whatever.
So it's being a public figure something that you're afraid of then, like in terms of having lots of random people kind of knowing who you are, trying to see what you're doing, posting, etc., etc.
I'm quite. I wouldn't say I'm a very private person, but I like to keep certain aspects of my life private.
Yeah, of course.
For example, whatever I'm doing, if I'm posting, I want to feel like, okay, I'm free enough to post this, but it's going to go to people I know, and it's not going to go, like, someone might... Not that I post, like, really random and outrageous things, but I like to keep that kind of privacy in my life. Just have to have a little bit of me just kept to myself, but... So I did have that little bit of fear to put it on public, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
My privacy went out the window a long time ago. You know, that's how it is.
Took so much rubbish.
That's the point of a podcast, nah? You just say your two cents, man.
Shout out in the building. But talking of doing Miss Uganda and all that kind of stuff, is there anything else that you're into? Like any hobbies, music or anything like that?
Me? See, talking about me is different. I'll talk about Miss Uganda all day, but when it comes to talking about me...
She secretly does MMA Fight Club, that's what she does.
MMA Fight Club,
But me, recently I picked up this hobby of travelling.
Okay,
so I've been traveling quite
humble
a bit.
Flex, you know?
Yeah.
Humble flex.
My recent hobby, flying first class. That's a recent hobby of mine.
Try and look for the cheapest holidays. It's good. There's really cheap holidays out there. You probably pay for like £200 for like a week stay.
You gotta take advantage of that EU stuff, innit?
Yeah, especially when
Brexit's around the corner.
Literally, so
you gotta finesse that. You gotta finesse that open border thing, quick time,
So I managed to do 5. I wanted to do 6, but I wanted to do 5 countries in under a year.
Swear up.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Portugal, Morocco, Belgium, Barcelona, and Kenya.
Oh, you went back? Oh, yeah, you said 5 months ago you was there. Kenya, his hometown. What would you say was your favorite destination out of those 5?
I liked all of them. They were all quite different. Barcelona looked a lot like Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, they were quite similar in kind of set up and how the city looks and everything.
That's interesting.
But Portugal was different. Portugal was nice. I went there for a wedding and it was quite like it was very
Ugandan wedding or not?
Yeah, Ugandan wedding. So, one of my cousins was getting married out there.
Who?
So yeah. Huh?
Who?
She's called Sheila.
Yeah,
no. You probably wouldn't know her. Yeah, she got married out her. Shout out to Sheila. So yeah, she got married out there. That was really beautiful and nice. Morocco, I loved Morocco. Morocco was nice. Morocco was lit. It's so lit and it was so cheap because we stayed at this really nice hotel. I think we paid like £350 for a week. For a week, but that included flights. An all-inclusive package and hotel. All inclusive, and the food was amazing. $350 for 6 days.
Are you trying to do Portugal and Morocco in a month then?
You done?
Well, man's there, innit?
Your bank account's heavy, innit?
Just as long as there's Wi-Fi, then I'm good, innit? I still have work to do, bro.
I'll be down to do Portugal and Morocco. In a month
for
a week or a whole month?
In a month. Yeah, because October we were planning on going.
Yeah. We'll take the equipment.
That's true.
That's not hard though.
That's true. Yeah.
You can just pack. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. Right.
Easy.
Yeah.
Just gotta pack it back in the box.
Easy.
I ain't getting this dash broken. But yeah. So did you when people go on holiday, especially when they go to different cultures, is there anything that you was able to bring back to your day-to-day life in England from those trips, or?
From those trips,
good question.
Oh, that is a really good I'm kind of like, that's a good question. Morocco, they have like a lot of like beauty products. Okay. I went and got some. They took us to some like treatment center thing. We were exploring our tour guide, and they got us.
Tour guide as well.
Yeah, you know, we didn't spend. You know how much? I think we gave the tour guide. I think like £10.
You know what I keep forgetting is abroad.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to Uganda and you basically carry it everywhere. To people in England, if I went, I'm carrying it, right, got money. But in general, you're spending like £3 for 10 days.
Yeah.
They'll be happy if you buy them lunch.
Literally, kind of just picked us. He was like, I want to be your tour guide, and we was like, okay. So yeah, he took us to like this treatment center where they had like different like oils and argan oil. And I think I bought this like kind of healing oil back for my mum because she has arthritis. So she used it, and that really, really helped her. It kind of soothed her bones and everything. She said, "This is good. I want it. I want more." And I'm like, I don't even know where to start finding that, to be honest. Like, who do I call? Who do I text? Like, I can't find that.
What's the point in the smuggling business started?
Literally. We bought a lot of products that kind of like hair products and face, and it really improved on our skin and hair. But both me and my friend who went, so that's something small I bought back from Morocco.
No, that's dope, man. So, were you planning on going back to Morocco to get a hair product?
I want to go back to Morocco just because it was such a vibe.
And it's nice and hot, beaches and food.
I didn't go to the beaches. I went Marrakesh.
Oh, Marrakesh,
Marrakesh is in the middle of...
They have that big mustard, right?
Yes, that huge one. Mustard, there was a really big one over there, and all their houses are pink. It's called like the Pink City. So, literally, I was like, why is everything pink? When I had to Google it.
Photography is about to be lit there too.
When Balamori ran out of colours. You don't know Balamori? Yeah. All those colourful houses. That is Balamori running out of colours.
Shout out to that.
But also, talking of, so going back to pageantry actually. So for the people that doesn't necessarily understand what Miss Uganda title means or what it's all about, what would you say to the people that would want to get in, first of all, as well? So if you explain what Miss Uganda title means, the lead up to it, and what people should do to get in if they wish to join you. To
get in, you just have to literally email them and register, or go on the website. Just Google Miss Uganda UK, and then there will be like the registering place link that you click on, and then it literally is the email. You email them and you register, or they have a calling day for people who want to enter. So it will be announced on their Instagram and their email through and their website as well. So if you just turn up at the calling day and say you want to register, that's a way to get in as well. The process and what it is, Miss Uganda UK, I think that it's definitely more than a pageant. When you look at it, I don't think it focuses too much on the pageant. Everyone comes in with a story, and then a lot of the girls come in with things they want to cause awareness to. For example, charities. I know one of the girls is doing wants to cause awareness for knife crime and gangs. Another, the main focus, the main charity that Miss Uganda focuses on is child sacrifice back in Uganda. So when you win, you get a free trip back to Uganda to campaign for child sacrifice, and you go around and you cause
child sacrifice is a thing.
Child sacrifice is a thing.
For real?
Like you want to get your monies out your peas that you take a child to a witch doctor.
So it's like that. Snap.
Well, that was the whole kind. That's one of the things that comes with child
trading in children like it's CEX, bro. That's crazy. Oh my god, I never knew that.
People do that.
People do that. So that's what its main charity is focused on. So you go back to Uganda for a month, and you go around causing awareness for child sacrifice, and then also causing awareness for any other charity that you feel like you want to boost awareness for.
Any particular that you want to do?
Well, me and my mum. With women, you know how women like to feel good and dress up and look good. So we wanted to set up something where we go back to Uganda, and we take like donations of like clothes, makeup, and set up like a store, because I'm a makeup artist, freelance. So we set up like a day or an event every once or twice a year where we call underprivileged women and get them in and give them clothes and dress them up and do their makeup, make them look good, make them feel good, and it's just a small event that we wanted to do just to boost the confidence of the woman. That's something that I want to look into starting if I am able to win. On top of that, we've got a charity over here called the UMC Youth Charity. It's a Ugandan Muslim youth charity, which does different events for children or anyone between the ages of 8 to 18. They do like career events, they do outings, they have parent-child conferences. So I wanted to cause more awareness towards that because it lets in not only Ugandan Muslims, but it lets in people all over the country, youth all over the country, all over the world. So to cause awareness for that was something that was very important to me.
Okay. No, I think that's really good what you're doing, man. That's free charities as well, basically, including the Miss Uganda one that you get when you go. Talking of Uganda, do you think there's any, if you could, like any issues that you would want to fix within that country? Like it doesn't have to be anything big. It could just be like get rid of poverty, but you ain't gonna go that political. But like, is there anything that if you had the power to do in Uganda, would you change anything?
Bring a sense of like togetherness.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like Ugandans we're really nice, kind, friendly people, but sometimes back home there's this thing of people are always competing against each other to be bigger and better. And if I was able to create an awareness for that sense of bringing us together and kind of building ourselves, just kind of supporting each other, I would really love to do that. But how to start, I don't even know.
Jealousy is huge.
Jealousy is a huge thing when you end up people murdering each other. A lot in Uganda, murdering each other, killing each other to get rid of the other person or the competition.
It's
a thing. It's a thing in a lot of African countries.
It's mad at the junior G. Come on. You got it. You sound so amazing.
We're next door neighbours.
That's Kenya, bro. It's the same thing in Kenya, no? So what happens in Kenya? What's the jealousy like then?
Jealousy is just you just spread rumors about each other in the family. That's about it.
You try to lie.
Yeah, no one's like trying to murder.
He's a lesbian.
You trying to ruin it, man. Trying to.
Man, I've heard stories, and then recently also there's been stories where they've been kidnapping a lot of girls as well.
In Uganda?
Yeah, in Uganda, and kidnapping. When I was last there, like even my mum was like, "I'm scared of you going out. Don't go out by yourself," because there was this big thing of kidnapping girls and taking them. I think the organ industry, like there's a black market for organs, so they were taking a lot of females, vulnerable females who were, like, maybe you went out and you were drunk or you were alone walking in the streets at night. They'll kidnap you and then they'll cut out like maybe your heart or liver, something, I don't know, but it was a black market for the organs, and they would find girls and take their organs and sell them. So a lot of girls were found. Like, I think about just the period that I was there, I think there was like about 5 cases.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really kind of unsettled over there at the time, but I think it's kind of settled down now. But it's still like in the news, and I heard it recently as well being talked about. So.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You know what? There's a lot of issues in Africa in general, man.
Literally, everyone wants to make fast money, and it's really.
That's really a black thing, isn't it? Like quick money, instant money, yada yada. That's really it's weird how. Because I look at, especially look at white and Asians
across the board, isn't it? Yeah,
like white and Asians, they seem to make money, keep money within the family, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But when in most like black family, when one guy gets rich, no one gets paid. No one gets paid nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I meant by like supporting each other, like being together and building ourselves together rather than, because a lot of Asians, that's how they work. Yeah, like they keep their money within their family and
Jewish
they kind
community too.
But build themselves supporting each other rather than being against each other and kind of like always fighting for the win.
No, that's a very huge issue, bro. Huge issue. Something that you wish you could fix, because obviously the way things are running like Europe and stuff, it's surprising that the government just can't handle that kind of care in their countries, you know what I mean? It almost feels like, I feel like it usually kind of seems like they just want all the money and the poverty stay poverty and the rich stay rich kind of thing. That's kind of how Africa is run. It's very double-sided. Like if you're poor, you're poor. If you're rich kind of thing, you know? So that's very unfortunate in Africa, a lot of African countries and Uganda as well. Also, I want to talk about equality between men and women. Who's that? Hello?
Hello.
Mama, what's going on here? I'm just doing filming the podcast.
Like it was criminal activity.
I was mad baffled. Well, he didn't know that was my mum that just came in. That was very random. Where did we get to? I got lost there.
I know what you're asking. Still, I'm not gonna lie.
What was I saying?
You were asking.
Equality.
Yeah.
Between men and women. So random. But yeah, we was going to discuss equality between men and women. Yeah. And I was going to say, what is your opinions on the gender pay gap between men and women?
The gender pay gap. I would say with the whole gender pay gap, I'm not that kind of knowledged up about it, but the little that I do know, I don't
that men gets paid more than women.
To an extent, no.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we're doing the same job and we're both delivering the same results, I think we should be accepted enough to be paid the same on the same level. Yeah. I get where kind of they were saying, because men are the providers and whatnot, so they get paid more. But if I'm producing the same results as you are and I'm like bringing in as much as you are, I think I should be allowed to get the same pay that you do.
Yeah. Look, I was reading a thing in a lot of office jobs, because women basically have periods, and if they were pregnant, had maternity leave, that's another reason why big corporates tend to pay you guys less based on the fact that you might need to take a fairly amount of period off. Yeah. Do you think that's fair?
I don't think that's fair, because that's just nature. No, there's nature taking its course. Yeah. Like, I can't stop my period from coming, and if I feel ill, because some girls are able to like strive through their periods, and it's like it's okay, they don't get much pain, but other women get really, really, really sick, and if it's something that I can't, that's totally out of my control, how am I supposed to work around that? I think that it's something that should be accepted already. It's 2019. I don't think having your period should cause you to get paid less from a company just because you're on your period and you take a couple of days off work. That's really unfair. And then also being pregnant in itself, like, you literally can't have a baby and go to work the next day. And if we're not having kids, who's going to be the future generation? If we're going to say, if that's the excuse, how are we going to carry on the generations to come? So I don't think that should be an excuse to be. And the thing is, these days they're even giving out paternity leave for men as well. If you want to, for
what?
They've been doing that for a while, man.
I mean, I know. I read sometimes about military, but I don't know.
Yeah, so men are entitled to paternity leave as well. If
what are we taking paternity leave for though? Like death in a family. I know that's one.
Paternity is kind of
bereavance. Is that the? Yeah, that's the one. But no, paternity is
when your wife has a kid or
it's the same thing.
Yeah, so they have a kid, so they get some leave as well, because they've kind of fought for it as well.
Yeah. I don't know, you know.
Well, have some time.
Welcome to 2019, bro.
I know.
When did that become a thing? Recently, or?
I don't know how long ago, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah, I remember the first case of that was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So I remember listening to it on JK News. I was like,
okay. So it's a recent thing. I think I wasn't that stupid.
You're still a couple of years behind. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, I'm not having kids anytime soon. So.
Are you sure?
Why not?
What, you want kids?
I want kids.
Wait, you're talking about the maternity leave thing?
What?
Maternity leave thing.
Yeah, what?
That's not what you're talking about.
Huh?
That's not what you're talking about.
We're done with that topic, man.
So,
we're just establishing that you were late to the party, that's all.
That's what I meant. That's what we're still talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. What, the maternity leave? You was like, How was I that late?
Huh?
I've never needed to use it. Oh, that's what we got to. I'm not having no kids. anytime soon.
This guy is this.
This guy thinks he can bring out that. You think you're funny with them dead jokes, so there's no kidding. I didn't know what you're talking about. That's only going to work when Lydia pulls that, that'll be funny. That's the only time it'll be funny.
Alright.
So do you want to have kids?
Do I want to have? Of course not. I feel like
Right now?
I would have kids now.
Well, you would?
Yeah. I don't know actually.
Wait, how old are you?
No, I'm 24.
Oh, ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I don't know. Actually, that's.
I think
I take
ready
that
for
back.
kids.
I don't think so. You'd never be ready for. Because see,
But
I used to think
Ugandans,
by now I would probably have kids.
You're getting pressured, isn't it?
No. Yeah. Well, kind of. They're always like.
every time
When
you get married?
They'll ask you, especially if you're like you're at a stage in life where you're kind of done with your studies, and they start looking at you like, yo, where's your man?
The day after your graduation,
right? Before they'll be like, you're not allowed, man, you're not allowed a boyfriend, but on your back. But then the minute you're not that interested, because I was kind of single for like time, for a really long time. When I say I'm single and I don't have no one, they'll be like, why not? Why not? What's wrong?
That's what they always say.
Literally, I don't. They must think there's something wrong, but no, I'm just kind of not interested at the moment.
It should be like that sometimes, you know.
Literally.
So you said you're ready to get married and kids at 24. Is there nothing you would like to achieve before that?
Yeah, but I'll welcome the idea. I'll welcome the idea. I'm not saying that if the right guy came, and I feel like I'm at the age where I could start a family or could get married, but whether or not I want it now, if it came to me now, I'd be like, okay, let's take a little bit of time. But I'm at the point where I feel like maybe I could start.
Would you date a rapper?
Would I date a rapper? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think
You're
so.
trying to have a good husband, isn't it?
I'm trying, so
drugs, money, and weed.
But you know what?
What about the sheet? If you're down the sheets rapper, like an Islamic rapper.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna say that I'll never say never, because I don't know what man I'll get. I don't know who I'll fall in love with, and I am a true believer of falling in love and finding someone that you really kind of connect with in that way. So I can't say I might fall in love with a rapper tomorrow and want to marry him and go hard for him until we get married. So I don't know.
I think because you're a Muslim as well, I think we should also touch on another topic, which is like Islamophobia. Well, I'm Muslim as well. Don't get twisted, guys. But it's been very huge within the UK. It's been a rise actually in a lot of like the Muslim women getting attacked on the streets, especially like people pull out their headscarves, and we've seen various stories of Muslim women just getting punched. I saw a video of a hijabi literally getting banged in her face at a tube station just for being Muslim, and the guy was like screaming, "You're a racist!" and just banged in the face for no reason.
The guy was screaming, "You're a racist."
Not to me, to the hijabi. So hijabi is the girl wears a headscarf.
Yeah, he's the one in the racist act at the moment. So what is he talking about?
Oh yeah.
What's the man doing then? I've seen his life, bro. No.
Like, what's your opinion on that, and have you experienced anything like racially based on you being Muslim?
Do you know what? I don't believe that I have ever experienced. Thank God, I haven't actually had it being directly attacked to me where I've been kind of profiled in that way. However, I have seen it, and it is very, very sad for someone to be that backward and that narrow-minded, to be not acceptive of other people's religions and other people's race. And it's quite sad, and I'm so happy that people are starting to cause a lot more awareness of it. I think I just watched Top Boy, and finished
the new season. Oh,
the
really?
new season, yeah. And
you was yesterday, guy.
Literally, I know. I finished it today. But they caused awareness for that as well. They had a scene where they showed a lot of people who have like Islamophobia and how detrimental it could be to these people. I don't want to like ruin the thing for anyone, but it showed how bad people, or the lengths that people go to, just to vocalize their racist ideas. So I'm glad that it's been publicized a lot more and talked about, and we'll just cause awareness for it, because it's such a sad thing, man. Everyone should be, I feel like we're in a day and age where everyone should be a lot more accepting of other people and who they are and what they stand for, and not be as judgmental as maybe the past generations were. I do feel like there is a change now, but there are still a lot of people in that backward kind of thinking. So it's just about speaking about it and letting people know that it's wrong, and teaching people the right thing, because with the idea with Islam, a lot of people kind of surround it with the idea of being very violent and
unfortunately
not accepting, and with a lot of people think that we're this group who don't like anybody else that's not us, and where we teach a lot of people to we teach peace. We want the world to be at a peaceful state, and we want people to be they say love your neighbor, whether they're Muslim or not, and visit the sick, and kind of all these good ideas and all these good preachings that can be seen from Islam. Just cause awareness for that, and just vocalize it more so that people can get the idea of what the religion is about, rather than what the media portrays us to be.
That's true. No, that's good, man. I think the whole Islamophobia thing is very like narrow-minded type of people. It's very old school type of people, man. Obviously you get people that are like new and still are fairly racist, but it all stems from like the adults, you know what I mean? Like the older generation, going back from like the 80s to 70s, maybe even early 90s, where they're just very narrow-minded in the way that they kind of think about other, I would say other cultures. It can be black, white, it's like black, Asian, whatever.
And you know what? Just a lot of people just don't know, and they take a lot of their information from the media and what the media shows us. And if they're showing this violent type of group of people that's just out killing people, and these are the kind of people that are radicalized, that take Islam and take a certain point and use that to do evil in the world, and that's what is put out in the general, and people will take information from the media and take it as at face value, because that's what they're seeing, that's the general picture that they're putting out, and say, oh, so that's how these people are. A lot of people just don't know, and as I said, it's about talking about it.
Do you think obviously the media plays a huge role in how people's mindset are? Do you think it's also the people's fault for not even trying to get to know, or trying to research, or trying to figure out why it's so? It's very ignorant, isn't it?
People are lazy when it comes to research.
Yeah, true that. People are lazy when it comes to information in general. You hear it and you just go off that piece of information.
I'm quite lazy sometimes with things too.
You're always lazy.
No, I'm talking about research stuff.
Research.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an example, but probably like gym related stuff. I just hear something on the YouTube video, I'll be like, alright, cool. Well, guess we're sticking with this then.
The gym, you know. I like the way that was like your. Well, I get it. But that's true though. It's easier to just take what you hear and then stick to it. But then you always end up with the wrong information. Apparently, I don't know. Depends how biased the information is. Everything's biased nowadays, isn't it?
A lot of things is biased.
Yeah. Do you think also in terms of like, especially with black people, do you think it's our fault for promoting the stereotype to the level that we do? That also plays a huge role, because the media, if you think,
mean for black people,
do you think like
I don't really think within Asians. I feel like Muslims, let's say we're talking about Muslims. I don't really feel like we live off the stereotype like that. I feel like black Muslims are trying so hard to get out of that that we're not really in it like that. Like you get like Muslim, and even the Muslims in most TV shows aren't even played by Muslims. They're played by like random Christian Indians called like the Muslims. I know that all the Muslims in East London, none of them are actually Muslim.
Really? Yeah, I didn't.
They're either Hindi or Indian. So I feel like Muslims don't really try to portray themselves in the media because it's never actually Muslims doing the Muslim roles or anything Islamic on the television. They usually just keep their content to their own platforms. Like Saudi Arabia has their own channel. You got India to have their own channels. If you go, there's like your Islam channel in London. All of their like Islamic content is on the Islamic channel. They don't really branch out like that. Even actors, most Muslim movies are done within the Muslim community. Like there was a movie that came out this year called Bilal, which was a cartoon. You've seen it, innit?
I've not seen it, but I've heard about it.
That shit's fire. That movie's hard.
Was it that good?
It was that good.
It was good.
All the people involved with it were Muslim, and it came out on Islamic cinemas. So obviously, if you lived in Mecca, Medina, you would have seen it.
But I think that movie had some sort of backlash, or did it not? Apparently, it wasn't really showing the actual idea of the actual real story of Bilal.
Well, they didn't portray it to be as Islamic.
That's what it should have been.
They tried to modernize it a bit so that white people would want to watch it. It's a cartoon as well.
That's what I thought.
They wanted the white audiences to enjoy that, and it was released in America as well.
Yeah.
And I think the backlash came from the Muslims that, you know, everybody knows that people are really on their deen or on their religion. Jeez. They're always gonna find something they hate. If you do music but then decide to not talk about sex but then talk about Islam, they're still gonna come back and say but the instruments are wrong.
So, literally. And on that point, I just want to add, like with what you were saying, even with the pageant itself, me doing it, I'm doing it as a hijabi, and that itself, I had a little bit of backlash coming from some of the community saying, you're going out there, you're going to undress, you're going to show it's not Islamic to do it. But then also I wanted to cause awareness, because there's a big demographic of Muslims in Uganda, and if I am standing up and representing Miss Uganda and someone that is Ugandan, I want to represent everyone. And doing it as a hijabi, there's only ever been one girl who's ever been brave enough to do Miss Uganda as a hijabi, and she did it, and I thought it's only right to carry on the torch and
carry on the legacy
and do it and just do it. And this year, fortunate enough, we're 2 girls who are doing
I think I saw from the list.
2 girls who are doing it in our hijabs, and we just want to represent, as I said, the younger generation who are coming up and might look at the pageant and think, because it's got so many good aspects about it, but these girls who are fearing to do it, or fearing just to be out there and just looking for kind of a role model and an inspiration. So why not? I said, whatever backlash I'll get, as long as my family and friends are very supportive of what I'm doing, I'm happy enough to look at the backlash and just say, you know, whatever, I'm just gonna carry on what I'm doing.
No, I hear that. Nice. Have you ever heard of the pageantry for Miss British Beauty Curve? Have you heard of the Curve pageantry scene? You haven't heard about that? I wanted to get your opinion on it, but if you haven't seen it yet. One of my friends called Emma. She does the Curve Miss International scene, and I've interviewed a few people from there as well. But I thought it'd be interesting to get your point on it, because I was going to ask you if doing the Curve would be something you're looking to do in the future. But or would you, like, say if someone came approach you and said we have like a Curve Miss International scene, would you want to do that from somebody who, you know, you advocate for the curvy scene? Would you want to do
I would like to. It's a nice idea.
Yeah.
But personally, I kind of think I did Miss Uganda not for its pageant, but for what it represented.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't think I entered it more or less because I wanted to do a pageant, or I just think I just wanted to experience what it's all about and understand its true values and everything. So, and then also because I love my country and I love my culture, and then a lot of people was like, "Yo, I've never seen a Ugandan girl who loves Uganda like the way you love Uganda." So it's like, for someone to say that to me, I was like, why not go up there and represent my country if I get the chance to. So I don't know if I'd ever do another pageant. Maybe I can't say no. But the curvy pageant, that sounds like a really good idea. It's kind of getting as an awareness of different body types and shapes,
100%,
getting it out there. So probably I'll think about it.
World peace, man. World peace. And also, if people would want to vote, and want to get in contact with you on social media and stuff like that, how can they get in contact with you?
My contact for social media is at IBJ, so that is IBEJAE on everything: Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. If you want to vote, you go on the Miss Uganda website. Because can you put a link here?
Yeah, if you send it, the link will be in the description below. If you're on YouTube, if you are on the podcast and so iTunes, Spotify, and Anchor, Joe will put a little link on the description.
We've got like another week on, and about another week and 2 days for the voting. It ends on the 25th of September. But if you for easier, you can just go on the Miss Uganda website, Miss Uganda UK website. You scroll down in the section bar, you go into People's Queen, and you vote for contestant number 5, Jawhara.
Let's get Oh yeah, she's an Insecurities, guys. So salute to my fellow family member out here. We lit. Come on, Insecurities are lit.
Or Siri would say Insecurities.
Nah, no one cares about the way you said. Wait, when you was in school, did you have trouble with your last name? I swear, the teacher would be like, "It's a silent N, man."
It's a silent N. Just read it.
It's a silent N.
I got everything. I think I got Nasbugger at one point.
Same.
It's Bugger. They never knew how to pronounce my name. And when my first name is hard as well. Like my name is Jawhara, but throughout my whole school life, I've been referred to as Jawhara because they can't pronounce my name. My whole name, no one has ever been able to pronounce it. They struggle with that W so bad. They just decided to cut it out completely.
How would you spell your name?
Jawhara.
Jawhara.
Yeah, that's my name.
That's a good guess.
My whole school life I was called Jawhara because no one could pronounce the W.
That's so easy. They didn't even try to learn the name. But anyway, this has been the Chat and Chill podcast with your boy Firahs
Joe MK
and Jawhara.
And we'll catch you back here for the next episode. Kate Triggers will be joining the next episode, so stay tuned for that one. That'll probably come out next week though. So bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.